Set your goals using the principles as your guide. The first principle you need to know and apply is to clearly specify your goal or what you desire. As mentioned earlier, the goal needs to be specific and clear. In order to arrive at the right place, you first need to exactly where you are heading. The second principle is that your goal needs to be attainable and realistic. Do not set a goal that is impossible. A situation for this is dreaming about winning in a lottery without even first buying a ticket, or aiming to have $1 million without doing anything besides imagining it. These kind of instances actually happen in reality. You should be true to yourself. Yes, it is free to dream, but if you really are determined to reach a particular goal, then set one that is achievable and not the one that is obviously unattainable. Therefore, after you specified your goal, make sure that it is realistic. The third principle in goal setting involves your burning desire. Make sure that you have a high desire for that goal in order to attain it. One factor that can help you get this desire is to become highly motivated. You may think of the great things you can experience once that particular goal becomes successful. Think that nobody can stop you from reaching that goal, so it will be easier for you to get it in no time. However, always remember to be holistic at all times. As mentioned earlier, you should always consider that the things on the way to reaching your goal should never be left negatively affected. The fourth one is to imagine and live with your goal. When you identify your goal, try to imagine all the factors and envision yourself living with it as frequent as possible. Visualizing is extremely important because it has powerful effects. Be inspired by the inspirational quotation stated by Napoleon Hill, "What the mind can conceive, and believe, the mind can achieve." Therefore, you need to make sure that you spend some time visualizing and focusing as if your goal is already taking place. The fifth one is to list your goals. Studies have shown that the goals that are written on a paper are much more effective than those that are merely thought of. These studies have also shown that the ones who take note of their goals have achieved even more as compared to the ones who didn't write down their goals. Therefore, you may want to get in the habit of writing down your goals, so as to monitor your goals and keep track of their progress. Another step you should take is to identify your time frame for the goals. You always need to identify the time you want to complete your goal. Doing this will surely give you better motivation factor to attain your goal. In addition to this, just like the first principle, you also need to be realistic of your time frame. Consider if it is attainable or not, or if it fits your capability to finish it within the given time allotment. The last step, but certainly not the least, is to act based on your set goals. Once you have done all the mentioned steps, it is then the time for you to execute your action to attain your goals. The first step is often hard, yet once you have done it, you will probably become familiar with it. Therefore, learn to take your first step without any doubt or delay to get success closer and closer to you.